Hello everyone, this is Steven driving here. Don't worry, I got both hands free so I can concentrate on what I need to. But, I thought I'd change up the pace a little bit. Let's talk while I'm driving around. So as you can tell by my cough, I got really sick this past week. Had to go to the hospital on Wednesday morning because I was so freaking dying. My head was about to explode. It was on fire, but at the same time, for some reason, my body was shivering. It was the weirdest sensation ever. I had eaten some kind of expired food Sunday night, which should have been a dead giveaway when the food tasted very iffy, very strange. Should have put it down immediately, but I didn't. I kept eating it for some reason, I don't know. So I slept most of Monday, I think. Look, I had that day off, but then I had to go into work on Tuesday. I was feeling pretty rough then, but I went in. My car died the night before. Or no, it would have been Sunday before because I left a light on. So I had to take the train to work. I called up Aaron and he was going to meet me there, and he said he'd meet me with a taxi, but I had to get there on train by myself. So that was an interesting situation, walking onto the tiny train and going all the way out there. And then I gave a speech, just kind of in front of the whole students, in front of all the students in the gym. Talked about my name. I'm from America, and I like movies and sports. I can't wait to communicate English and do some sports with everybody, or something to that effect. Maybe not in that accent. And then the rest of the day, I kind of just did nothing because I didn't know what to do. I already had made my self-intro lesson, which I guess at some point I need to share with you guys because I think it's pretty cool. And I ended up, but most of the time I was worried about my massive headache that I had at the time. I was wearing a mask. I was coughing a little, but nothing too major. I didn't know what to do most of the time. I was so bored. I ended up writing a little bit on some other essays, but not much. And then when it finally came time to go back home around 4, that was a long freaking day, just watching the clock, trying to count down the minutes. So I got on a train. I got on the bus first, and then it took me to the train station, and it ended up being like a Neon Genesis Evangelion train. It was so freaking cool, so I'm glad I kind of got that experience, even if I wasn't feeling too good, and it was because I left my car light on the night before. But what did stink was the fact that I had missed my stop, so I had to keep going until there was another stop, get off there, run across the train tracks. Luckily the other train conductor was nice enough not to run me over and open the door for me. So I got on that train and got a slip ticket, took me to the right destination, and I was just so dead at that point that I just wanted to go home, and I was like, yeah, just keep the change, buddy. I don't care. I just want to get out of here, So I got back because I had told the office that my car was dead. They sent people over. They sent a guy over to give me a jump. Then I had to sit in my car for about an hour because that's what they told me to do. Sit in my car for an hour. Meanwhile, I had rice and chicken and broccoli cooking. I had turned the stove off so nothing burned down, but still. And I ate my dinner, went to bed, and then woke up feeling absolutely awful. Called my dad. Then next thing I knew, Ryan was calling me, and everybody else in my family was trying to figure out what my situation is, and they were all so freaking worried about me, and I was like, that just added so much more stress onto me. All my family worrying about me. So then I called Aaron. I had called Aaron about it. He told me to call 119, which is, I guess, the 911 over here for an ambulance. Aaron is like was my trainer guy. He's pretty cool. So waited for the ambulance to come. Meanwhile, I was talking to Ryan, and then I heard the ambulance outside, so I went out there. Apparently I had gotten the address right to them, but my room number somehow got lost in translation because they were knocking on some other guy's door. But I came out, I had all my stuff on me because I didn't know how long I was going to be in the hospital. I didn't know if they were going to do a stomach pump on me because I had food poison, some pretty major food poison. Yeah, they took me to the hospital. It's just this big empty place. I sat there I laid there in the ambulance, and then I laid there in this medical room, and just feeling absolutely awful. Trying to speak Japanese, and they were trying to speak English with me, using a lot of Google Translate. For some reason, I think laying down is what made it so much worse, because I was kind of feeling okay when I was upright, and then when they had me lay down on the stretcher and then on the bed, it just my head just went inflamed. And then the next thing I knew, they were putting an IV in me, and I was able to, they took some of my blood, analyzed it, found out I don't have anything too major, just a severe cold. And then I woke up to Aaron, who was sitting there. I was like, oh man, you didn't have to come all the way up here, but he did anyways. And then I got discharged almost immediately, and they took me back to my Aaron took me back to my apartment. Meanwhile, we wandered through the big empty hospital. That was a pretty fun experience, I guess. Other than the feeling like I was gonna die. Holy cow. I don't know if I've ever felt so sick in my life. So then I requested the day off. Aaron told me he didn't want me back until I was at 100%, but I ended up going back in on Friday anyways, even though I still had a massive cough. And I was feeling a little bit better, especially after taking these blue pills my mom gave me. That just helped me sleep so much better. But yeah, I was still feeling pretty crappy yesterday, Friday. I went into school, had to teach. I thought all I was going to have to do was do my self-intro lesson, but but also they wanted me to give an actual lesson, and I only had 10 minutes for my self-intro, so I had no idea what I was going to do. Luckily, this one guy, Matt, showed up to help me out. He was already pre-scheduled to come and visit me, and he's pretty well experienced. He's been on the job for, I guess, 10 years or something. He's a trainer like Aaron. So he came out, assisted me in the classes, and he already knew the material pretty well, so it went pretty smoothly. But by the fourth class, I tried to actually step up and take over, even if there were quite a few pauses of like, what do I do now? So hopefully I'll pay better attention to the schedule and understand what exactly my classes are and what I need to give to the kids. And I just wanted to immediately go back home and die again. So that's where it brings us to today, which is Saturday. had just a massive mental breakdown, wondering what I'm even doing in Japan, because I've been so lonely and my diet's not been very great. I feel like I've been getting skinnier because I haven't been eating a whole lot since I got sick, which is like this whole week. I've only been eating like maybe half a meal a day. That's not good. Haven't been working out this whole week. You can get back into that as soon as I can, as soon as I'm almost through it. I feel like I'm definitely through the worst of it. Yeah, hopefully here's hoping that next week goes a lot smoother and you actually get more into a routine. So yeah, that's what's up with me. Don't worry about me, hopefully, luckily. I think I'm okay. Almost there. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Ciao, né?